Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and we are live. Yeah, I had my mic muted there for a bit though. But thank you for joining me here. And why I'm here is because I'm going to give my predictions along with Datila, aka Rangers of Wrestling. We're going to do our predictions of Full Gear, AEW Full Gear, which is next Saturday. So, going to be giving our predictions for the show, and there's only 9 matches in total on the card. So, we're going to talk about uh, the matches and give our thoughts on it. What's up, Luke? Mr. Luke Ponto's in the chat here, and we also got Grant here. What's up, Grant? How you guys doing tonight? But yeah, going to wait for the Tilla to popping up. Let me do this here. Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna send the link here. Uh, yeah, how's everybody's Sunday? Mine was good. Uh, Went to work, of course, and then I went out with friends. We went to like this barbecue place, which really good food. So it was fun. They did it for me for my birthday, which was last month. So it was a little late, but still enjoyed it. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, food was good, and I enjoyed myself. Uh, yeah, collect the movie man here. What's up, collect the movie man? Not much. Just doing this predictions video here. That's what it's gonna be on. Gonna do my predictions of AEW Full Gear, which is next Saturday. So just waiting on my buddy Datila, aka Rangers of Wrestling, because we're gonna give both of us are gonna give our predictions of what we think of the matches. So, but I'm not gonna take too long with this video, with this live stream. Yes, it is wrestling. It is, of course, because the pay per view is next Saturday. So me and me and Attila, we like to do predictions before the pay per view takes place. So, but that's what we're doing here, and I can't believe one of them we're going to be getting on the 0 hour pre-show, which we will get to. I'm not a fan of wrestling. I used to when I was younger. Oh, okay. Uh, hey, Muhammad is wrestling. Yep. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Oh, thank you for popping in. Collect the movie, man. really appreciate you coming into the chat, and appreciate Muhammad coming in, you know Grant, Luke coming in. Really appreciate it. But AEW Full Gear, I gotta say, the build up towards it has been very meh, in my opinion, because we all know AEW creative, is not the greatest. Uh, there's less story, and Tony Khan just wants to, you know, book everything, like on the fly. Like he ends up like throwing things at the wall, trying to have it stick. I mean, there's no story, involved with some of the matches, and that's what AEW is missing from creative. We need to have story in 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 some matches to build it up. Uh, no, I didn't. I didn't. I read it. Oh, thank you, Collect the Movie Man. Appreciate it. But yeah, there's yes, like I said, there's like 9 matches in total. One being on 0 hour, which that there's going to be probably more matches for 0 hour as the show as the pay per view ends up coming. So like probably about like maybe like Wednesday or Thursday, we'll get some more matches on 0 hour, because that's what Tony Khan likes to do. He likes to throw matches on the 0 hour pre-show, and just like, oh, let's get this guy right here and that guy. Oh, let's book them in a match just for 0 hour. No story. So let's just have them go out there and just boom, just have a match. Speaking of AEW creative, Tony Khan should work more on the creative and find someone to replace him, or hire more people who is more experienced. That's not going to happen, but that's a good idea. Tony Khan should hire some more people in creative, who are more experienced in writing for TV. But Tony Khan doesn't want to do that. It's whatever Tony Khan wants. You see the matches that are on TV. Tony Khan, just wants what's best for himself. And AEW, they probably are like, oh, we don't care what the fans think. Oh, let's just keep, doing what we're doing. No stories, that, no stories that, we want to put on TV that has, meaning to it, less meaning to it. So it's whatever Tony Khan wants. What Tony Khan wants, Tony Khan gets. Is because lack of money, so that's probably why. Yeah, lack of funding. Maybe, who knows? But before getting to the predictions, just waiting on Datila. Maybe we'll look at the news, the wrestling news. Head to wrestlinginc.com here. Do this. So there we go on wrestlinginc.com here. And we have the Collision results from last night, which I did not watch Collision. I was on a live stream with my buddy Luke Ponto and my other buddy Jared Runner. We did a watch along of Thanksgiving on Luke's channel, which is a very fun film. I really enjoyed it. It's a slasher film directed by Eli Roth. So thought it was a fun film. Uh, Up we got my guest here. So guys, please welcome my buddy. She is the pro wrestling queen here. She is the Power Rangers queen, and she's also TNA's queen. So please welcome Miss Rangers of Wrestling, Datila.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Always a joy having you on stream, Datila.
Yeah,
How
thanks.
you been?
Good, good. Just, here
That's good.
trying to figure out when I'm gonna be able to film stuff because I have my unboxing that
Oh yeah,
have not filmed.
we're still waiting on the AEW unboxing with the cards,
Yeah.
which I am looking forward to. Whenever you put it up when you get the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm. But I was just getting into the wrestling news, to wait, for me to wait until you came on, but you decided to pop on.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
going to go over like the collision results,
Oh,
which I did not watch collision last night, but you told me you did watch it a little bit.
I didn't see the first 30 minutes, but yeah,
All right, how was the show though?
it was all right.
Hmm. Yeah, so here's the results for anybody who wants to know. Going to go over this quickly, and then we're going to get into full gear. Don't want to take much of Datila's time, so we're going to go over the full gear predictions quick. But AEW Collision was in Albany last night, and yeah, the first match. I'm like, do I really care? You had that awful uh, backstage segment on Dynamite where Mia Shirakawa was like, "See you Saturday," and then Harley Cameron was doing the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? That's how you hype up this match for Collision. But in the end, you had Mina Shirakawa end up winning. Mina hit a spinning back fist to Harley Cameron and then hit the glamorous driver. She went for the cover. There you go. Mia Shirakawa end up winning. Next was Dana Garcia versus Johnny TV. Which do I really need to tell you all who won this match because you probably got a sense of who won. Mr. Dana Garcia end up winning. Cobra Clutch on Johnny TV. So next, Shelton Benjamin versus Commander. Do I really need to
That was
say
that was actually a pretty
who?
good match. That's where I started watching Collision
That was a
from.
good match.
Yeah, that was a good
All
match.
right. Yeah, Shelton Benjamin's impressive so far since coming to AEW. Really like how the way the Hurt Syndicate, is on TV. We got MVP and Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. So really, I'm looking forward to where they take the Hurt Syndicate. I'm actually interested. Uh, we had let's see here. Shelton Benjamin won the match. T-Bone suplex to Commander. I really love Shelton Benjamin's T-Bone finisher. Then we had Powerhouse Hobbs versus Bulk Bronson. Powerhouse Hobbs, he just returned, which was pretty cool. But who knows how AEW Creative is going to be with Powerhouse Hobbs? It's like they tried to build him up, and then it just went nowhere. I don't trust Tony Khan in the booking of Powerhouse Hobbs here. So, but we'll have to wait and see where this will go with Powerhouse Hobbs. But he ended up winning the match, which I'm not surprised there. Then we had the Acclaim versus Le Fashion in Gobernable in a Full Gear 4-Way Contender Series match. And we have the Acclaimed end up winning. They are the final entrants into the Full Gear tag team match, which me and Datila will get to explain because it's going to be a 4-way for the World Tag Team Championship. So we'll talk about that. And then Mariah May versus Anna Jay in the no disqualification match for the Women's Championship. We have Mariah May end up winning, retaining the Women's World Championship, which Mariah May, I say, the booking for her as, the Women's World Champion, I have to say that it hasn't been that great, in my opinion. But, I enjoy when Mariah May is on TV.
I think it's one of those cases where the chase to the title was much better than the reign itself, because they told a fantastic story with her chasing with her and Tony Storm.
Yeah, I thought that was really great how the way that was done. But the booking for her as Women's World Champion is just very meh, in my opinion. I think Tony Khan dropped the ball on, booking Mariah May, a lot better as the other Women's World Champion. But I hope that Tony Khan ends up booking her better as as we progress.
Yeah. Are you guys all looking forward to Full Gear this weekend? What match are you guys looking forward to the most?
So yeah, so let us know in the chat here what kind of matches you're looking forward to at Full Gear. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into the Full Gear predictions. Here we are on Wikipedia here. And like I said, there's only one match on 0 Hour, but me and Datila, we know that there's going to be probably more matches announced in the week here for matches for 0 Hour, because when we get to
I thought we're only gonna have 9 matches. I'm pretty sure by next week we're gonna have like at least 13.
Yeah, it's going to be overkill,
especially for you.
Yep, because on the East Coast here, the pay-per-view starts at 8, and these pay-per-views run till midnight here. Midnight, 12:30, or considering, the length of the pay-per-view, which Datila is lucky she lives on the East Coast, because,
East Coast, homie. West Coast.
West Coast. Botch for me. That's, I think, like the second botch for me with Datila on live stream. Because we always see Datila botching on her stream, so.
Oh my God, just a few times.
I know. I know. But you're not alone. You're not alone, Datila.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the week progresses, we're going to get more matches on 0 Hour. But yeah, like I said, Datila living on the West Coast, it's much better for her because
pay-per-view starts at 5. It ends by like 9 p.m.
There you go. She is so lucky.
I think that's like the best part about living on the West Coast. Wrestling starts early and it ends early.
Yes.
Like take Raw, for instance. Monday Night Raw starts at 5, ends at 7.
So lucky. It starts at 8 here, ends at 10. King of Mundo says, "Sup, everybody? How's it going?" SmackDown, the only good thing was the Bloodline. That storyline is lacking. I don't think so. Collision had a great show. The women's hardcore match was very crazy. I have noticed that AEW is pushing storylines in all their platforms, including Ring of Honor. Well, I don't watch Ring of Honor.
Me neither.
That can only be watched online. The thing with most of the talents in AEW, they have been spreading their storylines in Collision and Rampage, which most people don't watch. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people don't watch Collision or Rampage. Me, I'm the only one that watches Rampage on Friday.
I
And
kind of stopped watching Rampage, but I try to watch Collision on the weekends.
yeah, me and Datila, watch Collision whenever we get the chance. We don't cover it though, but we still watch. If you
Yeah.
look into Mariah May promos, they have been very vulgar. I was shocked at the stuff she said about Anna Jay. Well, Mariah May is a good promo.
Mm-hmm.
Also, many storylines are scrapped because Willow is injured and Tony Storm is having some family issues. Oh, I did not know that about Tony Storm.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, Tony Storm hasn't been on AEW television, in a while since losing the title. Montez Ford was speaking out on his frustrations with WWE just like Andrade and LA Knight had. I think Montez Ford is looking to get the belt just like Andrade and LA Knight did. Maybe. Thing with AEW pay-per-views have been cut short, and even the scrums have been changed compared to the past AEW pay-per-views and scrums. Yeah, I've been seeing that. But let's jump right into the predictions here. So we have the first match here on 0 Hour, and you already know my
It's going to be
reaction.
Big Boom AJ, no? We
Yes,
both agree? Yeah, okay, let's
Big
just move
Boom
on to the
AJ
next one.
with Big Justice versus QT Marshall. QT Marshall's gonna win it. Yeah, they're gonna put the boom in it. No, we're gonna put the shit in that.
I don't think QT Marshall's winning this. I think Big Boom AJ might win this, so.
Why? I say this match is gonna go probably maybe 7 minutes. 7 minutes top. So next we got MJF versus Roderick Strong.
MJF.
Which this is going to be a pretty good match here. But MJF is going to win without a doubt. Of course, you're not going to let MJF lose, because if you let MJF lose, you're doing it wrongly there.
But I do think he'll lose Adam Cole at World's End.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it's you have MJF as the heel, and you have Adam Cole as the babyface, when it was Adam Cole as the heel and MJF was the babyface. So pretty much they just swapped.
Yeah.
Like the tables turned.
I still think, and this is just my personal opinion, I still think that last year's World End was supposed to be Adam Cole versus MJF for the world title, with Adam Cole taking the world title. But because he got injured, they had to put Samoa Joe in there.
Yeah. That's exactly. But yeah, MJF, me and Datila, we're going with MJF. Next is Jay White versus Hangman Page, which, this is going to be a good match here. In my opinion, I really enjoyed both of them. Now, for who wins, I think it's going to be Jay White. I think Jay White's going to win it. Hangman Page, if he wins, I wouldn't be surprised. But my luck, I'm going with Jay White. So, Datila?
I'm going with Hangman. I'm going with Hangman Adam Page. I feel like now that Jay White beat him, that he's gonna be more, how can I say, more aware of Jay White, and I think that he's gonna get the upper hand this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, going with Jay White to win. Next is the four-way tag team match for the World Tag Team Championship. Private Party versus the Outrunners. Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd versus Kings of the Black Throne, Malachi Black and Brody King versus the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. And this is shaped up to be a fun match here. Really enjoy the Outrunners in Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. If you watch Collision, they are so over with the crowd. Everybody, has been loving what the Outrunners are doing in the ring. Private Party, I like seeing Private Party, in there with Mark Wen and Isaiah Cassidy. Malachi Black and Brody King, they're also really good. Although there have been rumors saying that Malachi Black is possibly leaving AEW, which that if that is the case, I can see Malachi Black returning to WWE, and hopefully, if that does happen, he gets used properly. Now, that Triple H is in charge of booking. So who knows, if Malachi Black will come back to WWE, but that's my prediction. If Malachi Black is going to be done with AEW. And of course, the Acclaimed, very entertaining they are. But to me, I'm going to have to go with uh, the Outrunners, Truth Magnum, and Turbo Floyd. Just because they are, entertaining, they're very good in the ring, and they're over with the crowd. It wouldn't be too bad to put the tag team titles on them and build some more momentum for them. So I'm going with the Outrunners. Tilla, what do you think?
I'm also going with the Outrunners just because I feel like Private Party really doesn't need a long title reign for those tag titles. So I have to go with the Outrunners, and I think that's probably why they're making it a 4-way too. That way, if Private Party does lose, they don't have to get pinned to lose the titles here.
Yeah. Me and Datila are going with the Outrunners. And I like how the way, the Outrunners gimmicks are, like a throwback to like, you know, wrestlers that we saw like in the 80s around that era, the time of, Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan. Uh, my thumbnail looks funny. I changed my pics because I was going back and forth with Triple H and Cody in a YouTube channel since I'm good friends with Road Dogg. Oh, wow. Nice. Says the Outrunners and FTR are total 80s awesomeness. Yeah, they are. Their gimmicks are throwback to the 80s. House of Black should be pushed to the moon, and Malachi Black is still signed to AEW till 2027, and he ain't leaving because Buddy Murphy just resigned to AEW. Oh, all right. I said that because there were rumors going around saying, oh, possibly Malachi is possibly done with AEW, but didn't know that he was still signed until 2027.
And
Next,
it also didn't help the way that he ended the Adam Cole match, with him hugging and like just that's what got people talking.
yeah. Next is Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. Do we obviously say who wins this? Because I know that you and my predictions are going to be Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, Mercedes Moné.
Yep. So we'll go with Mercedes. I see Chris Statlander not winning the TBS Championship. I think it's going to come down to Camille helping Mercedes to retain the title, just like
I,
how it always goes down.
I think they're gonna kind of tell a similar story with Monet and Camille here. I think that if you notice, Monet has been getting bossy with Camille. So I feel like it's gonna lead to Camille eventually turning on Monet and her being the one to take the TBS title off of her.
Hmm, that's a smart idea. But I could eventually see Camille turning on Mercedes and challenging Mercedes for the TBS Championship. But yeah, me and Datila, we're going with Mercedes. Next is Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley. Now,
This is a hard one for me.
yeah, it's kind of a hard one for me too because it could come down to either Swerve or Bobby Lashley. Swerve, we all know, he is just very entertaining. He's over with the crowd, and a lot of fans, love Swerve. Bobby Lashley just came into AEW, and he resides with the Hurt Syndicate and MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. Uh, I think it's going to be a very good match between the both of them. I think it's going to come down to the ladder here between the two. But like me and Datila said, this is kind of hard for us to determine who will win this match.
I think if I had to pick, I think I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley just because I figured Swerve Strickland losing this match, I think he'll be okay. I think Bobby needs to win more. So I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley.
Mhm. I'm gonna have to go with Bobby Lashley too because you don't want to have Bobby Lashley lose since he just came to AEW because that will look terrible, on Bobby Lashley. But Bobby Lashley, I think, is gonna get the win on Swerve. I see no chance in them having Bobby Lashley lose the match because that would be awful of him just coming into AEW and then losing his first match on pay per view. So you don't want that for Bobby Lashley. So me and Attila are going for Bobby Lashley. Next is the TNT Championship. Jack Perry defending the title against Daniel Garcia, which, Jack Perry, I think he's doing a good job as the TNT champion. I just wish that he would defend the title a lot more because I feel like he's just only defending the titles at pay per views and not on like a random edition of Dynamite. But I enjoy both of them. Danny Garcia, I think, is very talented in the ring, especially when he does his little dance, which that's over with the crowd. But to me, I don't see Danny Garcia winning the championship. I think they're going to give Jack Perry, a long reign with the TNT Championship, and it's just not the right time for Jack Perry to drop the title here. Uh, it's gonna. I think Jack Perry's still going to retain the title, so I'm going with Jack Perry to retain the TNT Championship. Tilla, what do you think?
I have to go with Daniel Garcia here because I feel like now that the Bucks are gone, the whole elite holding the gold doesn't really work. So I think Daniel Garcia, since he hasn't won gold in AEW, I think his first title would be the TNT title. I think he's taking it off Jack Perry.
Hmm. And if that happens, I wouldn't mind it because if Danny Garcia does win it, it's good on him. But I see the till I see what you mean by that. Now that the EVPs are taking a break, uh, we might see Danny Garcia be the next TNT champion. So, but I'm going with Jack Perry to retain. Next is Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, and this feud has been built really well. I really enjoyed the promo that they had on Dynamite on Wednesday between the both of them. I thought that was the only best thing on Dynamite on Wednesday, in my opinion, because I was highly entertained by it. And these are two former uh, friends going at it. They were also in Aussie Open together, along with Mark Davis
The United Empire.
on the
That's the
United
United
Empire.
Empire.
So, but I think this is going to be the match of the night between both Osprey and Kyle Fletcher. Now, two wins. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna go with Kyle Fletcher. I think Kyle Fletcher is going to beat Osprey just by the story that they are telling, and I think Kyle Fletcher's going to get the momentum on Will Osprey here because Will Osprey, he's entertaining and he's over with the crowd, but I think they're going to give it to Kyle Fletcher here. Tell her, what do you think?
I think Kyle Fletcher should win this match. I like Will Ospreay, but I think that if you want to establish Kyle Fletcher as this like singles competitor, he needs to be Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
He needs that win. I think I question though if Mark Davis is gonna get involved in this. I think that if Kyle Fletcher wins, I don't think it's gonna be a clean finish. I think it's gonna be a dirty finish. Maybe Mark Davis realigns with Kyle Fletcher here.
I like that idea. I like that prediction there.
And you get Aussie Open reuniting.
Oi, oi, oi. But
Aussie.
Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. But yeah, I like your prediction there. I think Mark Davis has to make a choice on who he wants to be with. Does he want to be with Kyle Fletcher or does he want to be with Will Ospreay? But if that happens, I'm in for it. If Mark Davis aligns with Kyle Fletcher, and I agree with King of Hoochie Mundo here. Kyle Fletcher cutting his hair was the best thing he ever did for his wrestling career. The guy looks like a star. He does. And that was one of my favorite segments on Dynamite there when he ended up cutting his hair. So going with Kyle Fletcher here. Next is the final match here.
Do we even have to get into it? Do we just both agree it's Jon Moxley?
Yes. Me and Datila, we're not going to talk about this because we already know this is going to go down. Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy. Obviously, Moxley is going to retain, without a doubt. Jon Moxley's retaining the World Championship. I'm like, why is this on the card? Why is this on the pay-per-view card? We could get this on a random edition of Dynamite. I mean, does this scream a pay-per-view quality match?
I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a much better match than some of us are anticipating. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler.
Without a doubt, he's a good wrestler.
But I don't think he's going to beat Jon Moxley here.
No. I don't see Jon Moxley win it. I mean, I don't see Orange Cassidy winning this match. What if you gave Orange Cassidy the win here? Jon Moxley win the World Championship would just mean nothing. So, but yeah, Omega returning in full gear. Omega, I heard he did a video showcasing that he is not coming back to AEW. He's going to go back to New Japan. I don't know if you saw that video, Datila.
I believe so. He was with the Fightful, no? I think.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about how he's going to go to New Japan first before he goes to AEW because AEW doesn't need him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to go to New Japan and then probably come back to AEW like when the time is right. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Omega and New Japan. Yeah, Tony McCon. I like the thumbnail. That's funny. Yeah. I'm also on JD from New York's chat. So, do you guys think that Shane O'Mac is showing up?
Not at Full Gear.
No, not at Full Gear.
I think they're gonna save that for World's End.
Yeah,
because they've had a couple of chances to debut Shane O'Mac and they haven't done so. So I think he's showing up at World's End. They're
prolonging that.
He has to show up at World's End. You can't go past World's End without him showing up.
Yeah. They've been prolonging that. Like every pay-per-view that is coming up recently for AEW. We're like, oh yeah, that Shane O'Mac is going to debut, and then he doesn't debut, and then next AEW pay per view comes. Oh, will Shane O'Mac show up? No.
There was even that segment on Dynamite, which was kind of like taking for a while. Was taking a while, so I was like, "Oh, is Shane O'Mac gonna show up?" And he didn't even show up. So I think more than likely he's gonna show up at World's End.
They're playing with our like emotions here. Like like they're getting our hypes up because they're like, oh, will Shane O'Mac debut? And
The
then it doesn't
question is he gonna debut in person or is he gonna appear on the Titantron?
happen. Hopefully he premieres in person because then you gotta rehash him being on Nitro, on the last ever Nitro, where the simulcast with Nitro and Monday Night Raw, and then he comes. Of course, we all know Shane O'Mac came on the Titantron, and Vince was in the ring, and he's like, "I now own WCW." So I wouldn't want to see them rehash that because it's not going to be as memorable or classic as that moment was. So hopefully we see Shane McMahon in person. But we all know if that happens, we're going to get the whole lights off, and then the introduction to him on the Titantron. The here comes the money, and then he comes out. I have to say that it might be a good moment. With Shane McMahon, being on AEW television, first McMahon on the rival show.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be good. That would be great. But yeah, for the time for the matches that go, MJF versus Roderick Strong, I see possibly maybe going 20 minutes. Jay White versus Hangman Page, I sense going maybe 25. The four-way tag team match, I think it's going to be maybe 30 minutes tops. Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. I'd say maybe it goes 20. Swerve Stringer versus Bobby Lashley, I think it's going maybe 35 or 40 minutes. Jack Perry versus Danny Garcia, 15 minutes the latest. Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, I think it's going to be 35, 40 minutes tops. John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy, I think it's going to be 10 minutes. So, what do you think, Datila?
I think Moxley and Orange Cassidy, with that being the main event, will probably at least go like 20 minutes, 30 tops.
Yeah. What about MJF versus Roderick Strong?
I think like 10 minutes.
And Jay White versus Hangman Page?
Like 20 maybe?
The four-way tag?
I see that going 25 minutes.
Mercedes and Chris Statlander?
I think like 10 minutes.
You think it's going to be short?
10, 15 minutes.
Swerve Strickland, Bobby Lashley?
15 to 20.
I sense it going longer.
Yeah, you think?
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Because of the story being built around it.
Yeah.
Jack Perry versus Danny Garcia?
Like 15 minutes.
And then Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher?
Like 25, because I feel like that's going to be a long match.
Yeah, I said maybe like 35 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
The latest.
I can see that too.
Because of the story being built around Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like less story in AEW. I feel like AEW creators should be more better because I feel like there's hardly story involved with some of these matches. Like the only ones that have story are Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, and Swerve Strickland, Bobby Lashley.
No, Jay White. You could say Jay White, Hangman
and Page, yeah.
There's somewhat of a story with John Moxley and Orange Cassidy there.
Yeah, but it's not like so
I
like
feel like the only 2 matches I don't know about Boom AJ, I don't know if there's a story there, but
there's no story with Big Boom AJ. There's no
I feel
story.
like the four-way doesn't really have a story.
Yeah, yeah. I think they just did it to crown new world tag team champions. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's no story with Big Boom AJ. Just Big Boom AJ. He was just on I think it was like the Tonight Show with
Oh, yeah?
Jimmy Fallon,
Oh, yeah?
and he said, "Oh, I'm going to be facing QT Marshall," and that's basically your so-called story.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's basically
Mhm,
how you know this played out. And I'm like, really, you announced it on a late night talk show,
mhm,
right? People, I know there are people that watch Jimmy Fallon, but if you wanted to promote that, you should promote it on AEW television. So
mhm,
yeah, that's your whole like so-called story with that 0 hour match. But like I said, there's gonna be more matches announced for 0 hour in the upcoming days. There's no way that's only gonna be one match on 0 hour. There's gonna be probably like three. There's probably gonna be like maybe three more matches added because when me and Datila did Wrestle Dream, there was only I think like two matches that were on 0 hour, and then they added two more matches for it. So these 0 hour matches, they're just booked on the fly by Tony Khan. He just throws stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. And that's how the way I feel when he just throws matches on 0 hour. Watching 0 hour, the Tiller will agree with me on this. It feels more like an hour collision and an hour rampage before the
If
pay per view.
it wasn't for the matches, I probably wouldn't even watch 0 Hour.
Hmm. Yeah, we would just skip over that and go straight to the pay per view at 8 o'clock my time. So, but Bobby Lashley match should be a squash match where he destroys Swerve. I don't see it being a squash match. Statlander has had a storyline building up since the TNT belt she lost involving her with Stokely Hathaway. Mm. Yeah, then what was the point of them turning her babyface for absolutely no reason? Speedball showing up in full gear. Mm. Who's that? Who's Speedball?
Speedball Mike Bailey, was a
Oh
TNA
yeah,
wrestler.
I heard. I heard that AEW had signed Mike Bailey.
I don't think he's showing up at Full Gear. I think he's gonna show up in the Continental Classic.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't see Speedball showing up at full gear. Skylander turned babyface because she was supposed to face off uh, Willow Nightingale. Mm. But yeah, so that's me and Datila's predictions for full gear. Let us know what you think in the side chat or in the comments down below if you all go back and watch this live stream. So, but I think that full gear is going to be, a good show come Saturday. We all know it's going to be long. We all know at points it's going to be, tiring for me and Datila with how the way with how the way the shows go on, especially for me considering it ends at the show starts at 8 and then ends at midnight 12:30 here, and then you add on if you watch 0 hour that's at 7 o'clock, so you're going to be there from 7 to like 12:30 on the East Coast where I live. So, but yeah, so full gear shaped up to be a good show just by the card here. It's going to be in New Jersey at Prudential Center. So looking forward to it. And this is only the second full gear held at Prudential Center in Jersey. So, but yeah, so that's it for our predictions. I don't want to take up more of Datila's time, but I want to thank Datila for joining me here. And Datila, where can people find you at?
You can follow me on Twitter at @so underscore. I talk about WWE except NXT,
Which you
AEW,
should.
and TNA. I go live on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, occasional Saturdays and Sundays on my channel, Rangers of Wrestling. And then for all things TNA, you can catch me every week on Body Slam.
There you go. And as for me, you always catch me here at my channel, Michael 01101591. I do, of course, WWE reviews, Monday Night Raw every Monday, SmackDown every Friday, AEW Dynamite every Wednesday, movie reviews I do, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates, and I also have old school commercials on my channel. So you know where to find me. If you like what you see here, give me a subscribe. So, like I said, I want to thank Datila once again for joining me on this stream, doing our predictions. It's always fun doing these predictions with her. She's a welcome, of course, always on my channel. I show up on her channel from time to time and do reviews with her when she reviews Raw, SmackDown, or AEW, or even the premium live events. So if you like what you see from Datila, check out her channel, Rangers of Wrestling, and give her a subscribe. So, so if you like what you see from Datila's channel, with Power Ranger stuff and wrestling, check her out. She's a very good friend of mine.
Thanks for the plug.
You're welcome. You deserve the plug, Datila. uh, I like what Mohammed says. To be in full gear, you better have your full gear on. Well, I'll have my full gear on, and Datila will have her full gear on. uh, for some reason, I was subscribed to your channel, and then I found out that I got unsubscribed. That's YouTube for you. You can always subscribe to me back. It's YouTube and its glitches. So that's going to be it for this live stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Tilla once again for coming on here. And be sure to give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. And also, Datila will be covering Monday Night Raw tomorrow night on her channel. So give her a subscribe. So until then, I'll see you all later. Bye.